What up? What up? What up? Welcome to another episode of More to Discuss. I am your host, NunFlyyer, and that is my co-host and beautiful daughter, the Toad,
Tojo.
in the building. You know what I'm saying? We at 'em. You know what I'm saying? She in this bitch, straight trooper. Y'all don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't even know. So we gonna jump right off into this joint, right? And
Yes.
move right along. Today's show is about loyalty, right? And what got me to this topic was I was thinking about a whole bunch of stuff, primarily about I always get her name wrong. Shaquilla Robinson.
I can't really put. I have not really been able to pronounce her name for. It's a pretty long name.
I mean, I hear it, but I've heard it like three different ways, right?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think I've heard it being said correctly.
But I was tripping off of her story, right? And
Yeah.
the guy that was supposed to be her friend was actually friends with Shanquilla.
Shanquella. Okay.
There it is. My man was actually friends with the people who went with him before he was friends with her, right?
Mm.
And that got me thinking, damn, what type of nigga is that? To where, this woman opened herself up to y'all thinking, at the very least, y'all was cool enough to go hang out with. You being the link to all of this shit, being the avenue, you know what I'm saying? And the only person she really knew, nigga, had that type of trust in you.
Yeah.
That she figured you were a friend, right? And I was like, well, what the fuck, happens with the loyalty in that situation? The least, and it could at least stopped it.
I don't even think that it should have even gone down. Definitely, like for the facts of, like you said, she let her guard down just to go on a vacation with some friends. People that she thought she could trust clearly, because she out of the country at that point. She doing her thing. You know what I mean? Just like if I was in that situation, like anytime I'm in any situation when like I have friends and I'm bringing somebody into a situation, I'm like that on them, like making sure that they're good. Everything around them is good. Nobody's making them feel weird or nothing weird's going on. So I definitely feel like that person, whoever he was, it's a guy you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, whoever he was, I don't think he had any real loyalty towards Shanquilla for real.
At all, though. Like, to the extent that he was trying to make her fight on some bullshit and she wasn't trying to fight. So, I mean, that, right?
Yeah.
Not to just slide past that because, rest in peace and all that.
Yeah, I was going to say rest in peace, because it definitely cost her life.
That was some crazy shit.
Which is really, really crazy. It kind of made me second guess, like, because I've been thinking about planning, like, a lot of, like, trips with some friends and stuff like that. It's looking a lot like me and my boyfriend.
Right.
That's it. Because...
But, I mean, see, that's what's fucked up, too. Because now it's like people that you've been... Well, I mean, that all depends on your situation, man. Because, I would vacate with people that I've been vacating with, like that. I've been fucking with tough like that. Like, I ain't got no new friends, so...
But see, I went on a vacation 2020... Last year? Was this year last year? I think it was last year. And yeah, it was last year. And I went to Puerto Rico with like a slew of people that I had met prior, like a few months prior. And that's like all I keep thinking about, like, hearing about everything that's going on and everything. Like, literally could have been me, because I was with only really one person there that I really knew, that I had known for years before, outside of the 10 people that I was with. You know what I mean? Right. So it's like 1 out of 10. That's a crazy number. Like, it could have went a completely different way. But, I'm a light, so not to say that, but wrong situation, wrong people, wrong time type of thing. Definitely in her situation. But it's just, I just can't help but think about, I was just in a situation like that. And thank God that, that wasn't me, because it really can be anybody. It really can be anybody. You trust the wrong person with your life.
That's all it takes, though. But I mean, when you throw words like friend, excuse me, and family. You know what I mean? What does that mean to us nowadays? You know what I'm saying? Because hell, so this woman extended her wallet. You know what I'm saying? Two motherfuckers thinking that you were friends.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hung out with her family, moms, people and shit like, y'all was folks. And to let alone be a part of some bullshit that went down like that, but to let some
something
shit like that go
like
down,
that,
right, is.
The question, do you think, like, there was ever a point in time in the situation where he did try to stop it?
No.
Okay.
Not even.
You think he like feeding off the energy, like, ooh,
you heard him on the tape. You ain't even gonna fight back, nigga. What you mean? She shouldn't have to be fighting in the first place. Get your punk ass up and go stop it.
Yeah, I didn't. I personally, I'm really big on knowing that the level of crime and pain and chaos that's going on is a direct attack on our minds. So I try personally not to like watch any videos or like anything past the article for real that I could control, put into my head, because I don't even like, stuff like that sticks. Now I'd be freaking dreaming watching Shanquilla getting jumped or something. I can't take that. So it's like I don't watch stuff like that. I don't put it in my head. So no, I didn't see any videos or anything like that because I don't like to connect myself to it that deep. But yeah, I don't think that they should have even, like you said, put her in that situation, because people gotta also think about it like this. Like, there's so many, like I said, people that do this on a yearly basis, monthly basis with like different people. Imagine how they feel now. Like, ooh, is this person even really my friend? Like, it's like one of those things, like raising suspicions around the people that you have around you. It's like,
So I mean, it could be a good thing as long as people who's doing it will take advantage of it and be weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, I don't know you like that. What the fuck you going to do for? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck you here for, man? Niggas was trying to hang out with me. But yeah, that definitely changes the attitude toward, especially going, cruises.
Yeah.
Fucking, road trips. You know what I'm saying? They get caught up on them campgrounds and, you know what I mean?
Saying, no, for sure.
Like, all types, you know what I'm saying? Just traveling abroad with motherfuckers that you barely know, or even trusting a nigga that say he know them.
Right.
Both get your asses
that's where the scare come in. Niggas, it's like, you can have somebody that you actually know, but do you know these people that they know?
How well do we know the
loyalty of the situation in your basket or in theirs?
Right.
Like, why ain't y'all in the same basket? Like, everybody in the same basket. Like, why do they have to be separate baskets of loyalty? Like, and that's why I am low key big on like mixing friend groups for real, because like that's how stuff like that happens for real. You bring the wrong energy around the wrong energy, stuff go off. And if you're not a person that's actually going to end it, like that guy wasn't, it can end in very, scary, tragic thing in ways. Like, it's not right.
Wasn't at all. I was also thinking about the Kanye West situation, the fact that all the people who was claiming to be his partners when he was doing beats for everybody, all the motherfuckers that was putting down for him and shit, holding him up because he was the man. All them niggas act out.
Yeah, they gone. Everybody dropped the bullet on that guy. Like, I don't know. Everybody was like, "Oh, Kanye West nuclear bomb." Oh,
but we partners though.
It's no loyalty though. It's no loyalty because you see how is companies like Balenciaga that have these things going on. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm pretty sure is something that he knew about. That he was probably about to, you know what I mean? And everything blew up before he got a chance to. So it's like, I don't know, man. It's like the loyalty is crazy. It's like, is it there? But is it like,
where did it go though?
Like,
fuck, what are we doing here?
Yeah, like, ooh.
You know what I mean? Like it's foreign as hell to me because the squad I run with, we do what we do, because we loyal. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
y'all been doing that for a long time.
It's in you, not on you type of shit. And a lot of these niggas just don't have it in them, I suppose, because soon as a motherfucker get arrested, niggas start telling, like immediately start telling. Don't don't even don't even give a nigga
I had to lean back and come back for that one. Cause
don't even give a nigga a second to think of a story to get straight. Then you niggas is in
straight snitching,
fucking telling on yourselves on the internet. Claiming you loyal, but putting the whole neighborhood under suspicion now. All of a sudden, you know what I'm saying?
Facts. Ruining homes, going crazy, man. It's been some wild stuff, man.
Wild shit, right? And it's people, man. Small pockets of people that's really trying to bring the people together, right? But I feel it'll be a lost cause if these niggas don't look at the loyalty. Like, well, what are we gonna do? Because the moment the white man do step in and try to rattle some cages,
all the cages is rattled. It's like there's no links. Like everybody's like,
that is crazy. But how did we get here? Because we come from a long line of motherfucking solid motherfuckers, man. So how does that change?
I can definitely say, like, in the past 20 years, me being literally in it, like physically in life, because I'm only 25.
Right.
26, 25. But with me physically being in it, I feel like there has been a lot less just how people carry themselves in a loyal way. The level of like allegiance to certain people and certain things has definitely changed. Like I'm even talking about down to gang members. Like there's people that used to be one that's now another. She was literally, you know what I mean? Like it's like there's really no loyalty in anything. And people aren't sticking to what they're saying. People aren't sticking to what they believe. People don't even know what they believe. Yeah. It's just like, how can you have loyalty if you don't even know what you're loyal to or what you're standing for? You know what I mean? And it sucks.
So is it an example thing? Like, do you think the previous generations dropped the ball? Or is it just like that ain't what's happening now kind of thing?
I think the previous generations didn't drop the ball because I can see that still in those generations. Like, they have that loyalty. You know what I mean? But that's just, I'm not saying there's not a big quantity of them, like, in the, limelight at the moment, but it's like, it's not enough of it being still put into the world. Like, so I would say, like, we need to get it back some way through, like, installing that unity and trust within each other. I feel like within the community, like, everybody's against everybody. Nobody trusts nobody. Ain't nobody. Why am I be loyal to somebody I don't trust? Okay. Because after I trust you, you snake me, then what?
Okay, so look, right? So say, like, for instance, like back in the day in organized crime times, right? Niggas was loyal on some shit. I ain't really got to even know a nigga, but the code made
the code was so thick, man. What?
Like,
I don't even need to know. We're gonna handle it. Like, I'm talking about, he did what with your little sis? All right. This 5 niggas, I don't even know this man. Ain't never seen him before, but because that's my brother and that's his sister, we gonna handle that.
Right.
So, and nowadays, it's like, shit, that ain't my little sister. I ain't got nothing to do with that shit.
I don't know that bitch.
Ain't my sister, right? That's fucked up.
My sister over there.
Yeah, facts. I don't even think my sister know her for real. They're not even friends.
I mean, they hung out a couple times.
I seen her at the house, but shit.
So, okay. Backstabbers. Bam, right? So, if you can't tell one, how do you know? Like, because you got people I'm sure you've rocked with since you were a kid, right? If not around, you probably still in touch through social media or whatever.
Very few, yes. Very few.
You know what I mean? They're out there, right? See, I can't say that now because trust is a motherfucker, right? But do you think that you wouldn't be able to trust them on a business venture? Like you don't think you'd be able to make money with them?
Some yes and some no. And I feel like when it comes to that specific, that like backstabbing and knowing like if someone's really down for you, like I'm I'm a big person. Look at bigger pictures. You know what I mean? So I feel like if I was to write a pros and cons list versus my best friend of 10 years versus my best friend of 8 years, I know my best friend of 10 years. We have never had a disagreement. We've been in business situations multiple times where it's benefited me and that person, and or just me and not that person, and they were still there, completely solid. Like whether they get paid for it or not, they're there. This is what it is because they support their best friend. Versus where it's like my other one's not like it's a sabotage, but it's like if it's not benefiting her, it's more of a like. So it's like you just gotta really pay attention to how people carry you and how people value you. That's how I would say you could snuff out, you know what I'm saying, a backstabber. Because, but it definitely takes time though. It takes a lot of time because I had to actually fight the best friend of 8 years.
So that's what I was about to say. So in terms of after having such a contrast between the two, right, 8 and 10, why keep 8 around if you know the loyalty just
because it's a different kind of it's a different kind of loyalty. I feel like loyalty definitely has levels because I know she's not good for one thing, but something else. That's the only I can go to and get that, and I know she's gonna get that done. It's like a business thing for me. Like it would be like a certain people I could keep for business, certain people I could keep for actual personal love and pleasure in life. You know what I mean? Like I know I could. Let's just say this: like I know I could put you on the block and get some money, or I know that I can actually go to you and cry on your shoulder. And so the 10 is like I know anything, any hour, and things like that. And the other one I know I need a drop of a dime, something as far as like running up some bands or something, we're gonna get it done. But it has to be a equal way. It's not like they're ever gonna go out of their way just because. So it's a convenience, but you also don't keep it in too close of a knit either. It's like from a distance.
So here's what's weird about that whole analogy to me.
Okay.
Well, not necessarily weird, but I guess in my mind, I think once you crack, you break. So so with any member of the squad, right, none of them take away at all. Only add certain different elements, right? Like if I can go to one nigga for it, I can go to all of them for it, and it don't matter what it is, right?
Okay, yeah.
From top to the bottom in those terms. So, like, if it was a dude who, so say like, if I know I can count on the motherfucker to go and boost a whole bunch of shit, and he good at that shit, and I've been knowing the nigga for a few years, and that's cool, right? But we go to a bar and get into a fight, and this nigga don't fight. This is a different type of nigga, so he ain't gonna be just hanging out with a nigga like that no more.
That's what I'm saying. But if you need him to go and boost a lot of shit, he's still gonna be that nigga you call to boost a lot of shit. You just know he can't come out on Saturdays if you go to the bar. That's the 8 friend.
But see, that's what I was gonna say though, right? But in that fact though, he no longer becomes, he no longer is considered squad. That nigga now is just that nigga that be boosting shit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. You keep him at I feel like that's what's different with the generations, definitely, as far as like yours and mine. Y'all have that real die hard loyalty for each other, whereas I feel like people in my generation will cross a nigga in a heartbeat and won't think or blink. And won't think or blink and will not think or blink. And it's sad because it has taught me to be like spiritually on guard. Like I be like feeling like niggas just trying to take my energy for fun. I'm not doing that because it starts with that and then it leads to everything else you got. So you know what I mean? So it's like like it's developed a sense of not being able to be comfortable just in a room. You always questioning everything, which is not okay.
See, or I mean, because personally, uh, I guess. Okay, so yeah, I could sit in the room and be comfortably fine around a whole bunch of motherfuckers I don't know. Not necessarily that I'm not aware, because I'm always with the head on the swivel, right? But I also feel that energy is everything. You know
Exactly. And I'm
when
pretty
you
sure you
start,
also got your nigga over here,
yeah,
your nigga over there, your nigga right there chatting up with homie, your nigga right here. So y'all good. You got your, you know what I mean? You know,
well,
if anything pop off, them niggas is turning towards you. Make sure you good. You turn towards them. Make sure they good, and y'all do this together. Whatever happens.
well, a lot of
It's
it
not
is
like that.
a lot of it, like it could just be me and one of the homies, but a lot of it is the situations that we put ourselves in, right? To where, sink or swim, me and this nigga go do that.
Either way,
You know what I mean?
exactly. And
Right.
with
But
my
they don't,
generation, it's not like that.
right. But we don't put people in situations that's not in their element. So the loyalty is like it's already understood. It's like
That's a part of
ingrained in
that.
what we
Yeah.
do. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's a part of that loyalty. And I can honestly say there's people, now don't get me wrong, not everybody is like that. Not at all, because I'm not even that kind of person. But I have seen it way too many times. Like way too many times where a person know this person don't like that person. They didn't give a they still about them around to cause a problem. Or a person didn't know, not even didn't know nobody, but didn't know something, but the person that brought them there knew that their baby daddy was best with the person that they brought them around. But they don't have no knowledge, but it's still gonna be tension. You know what I mean? Like you're still putting them in a messed up situation.
just
like
or just not giving a fuck.
Or not caring. Like you're not caring about how the situation would affect them. So I feel like that's where it's no consideration for loyalty or compassion for how a person would feel in a situation, or hey, do you even know da-da-da-da? Do you like da-da-da? Or have you ever had a problem with da-da-da? Or anything. Like me, I'm not the type of person to stop befriending somebody if they don't like each other, but I definitely keep people apart. You know what I mean? I would never put you in that same energy. I would never talk about that person with you, nothing like that. Like I'm off their radar when I'm with you. Right. It's no, you know what I mean? I'm not going to enter you in that energy. So it's like, I don't think people have that consideration for each other no more. And I feel like your generation has that. Like, oh, I ain't going to never put you in a messed up place. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, because we the type of motherfuckers that let nigga know before he get in his car, hey, nigga, I got a pistol. I mean,
you like, yeah, like,
you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to put my nigga in no position where
these
days, I don't know what this nigga got going on.
Street, you know what I mean? Nigga just start driving extra fast. What's going on? We in a high speed chase, bitch. Duck. What? What? What are you talking about? When did the police get behind us? What?
A nigga at least give a nigga a chance to be
car?
Like,
what?
A nigga at least give a nigga a chance to be like, oh no, nigga, I'm cool. All right, I'm cool.
Yeah, no. we halfway through the chase.
Like,
throw this out the window. Throw what? I gotta touch that with my DNA on it.
Our niggas don't do no shit like that, nigga. We'll let a nigga know. Hey, nigga, I got that thing over you. We good?
Nah,
we good.
They put people in the most messed up situation.
I ain't got no tags and that you might want to tuck that, my nigga. For sure. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, they don't even.
Bruh, no, niggas be riding like life is perfectly fine. See some blow and realize, whoop, whoop, oh my God, what's wrong? Girl, I ain't got no insurance. Girl, my car, oh, no, girl, I ain't got no license, girl. We're going to jail. And I got some weed. What? No, what?
Yeah, niggas. And then again, like, niggas, with the niggas I fuck with, man, it ain't really no guessing, because all these niggas is grown men doing grown man shit. So I guess it's different when, but even in growing up, man, we all fucked with each other. So we all knew what each other had, what motherfuckers was on, who,
yeah.
Was, you know what I'm saying? So the fucking loyalty was ingrained in what the fuck we did. You know what I mean? We all did the same shit. Yeah. And it wasn't no bullshit like, nigga, like we didn't have that rat gene in us, man. Like we didn't have
so much of the rat gene, like
fucking.
It's niggas need some rat poison at this point because the rat gene is all over the place.
All over the place, right?
We need to start slipping the rat gene in the McDonald's fries or something. Like we need to start slipping the rat poison in the McDonald's fries to get rid of some of these rats because they're all over the place.
See, I always thought that when I was younger, nigga. I always felt like once you shoot at a nigga with a nigga, you niggas is intertwined. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, fact. Yeah. Cause now we blood brothers.
Yeah,
we blood brothers for real.
Niggas is in it, you know what I'm saying? So, and then, motherfuckers kind of move that way, you know what I'm saying? Like, you shoot for me, I shoot for you, nigga, this is what we on, you know what I'm saying?
Now, you shooting, and niggas shooting at you, I'm running, I'm getting up out of here. I'm not shooting, you not doing that, nigga. Either you make it home or you don't. I was there, but I ran. I don't know what happened to them. Niggas aren't loyal like that no more. Like, they leave. They gonna leave you at the spot. They gonna...
So, okay, when niggas was kids and we was all running around, you knew motherfuckers was pretty much cool. I guess it's more of an energy thing because you never know until you know, right? But
yeah,
we all did some of the same shit. Like, I guess motherfuckers do now, though. But we had different, I don't know if we had tests, but you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas wasn't running from nobody. Fucking, it was, I don't know how, is it a luck thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how you gauge that because you don't know a nigga until you know a nigga, right? It just so happened.
You gotta play that bit by thumb for real.
Pack of niggas. You know what I'm saying? It just so happened it was a pack of niggas that was just all on the same shit. And that shit had to be fucking cosmic fate.
But I feel like y'all had a chance to connect like that because, y'all had more of the outdoors experience, more, getting to connect and be around each other and everything. Right now, everything is so mediatized. Everybody's in the house. No one likes to really do anything together. Everything is so separated. It's like one of those things where it's like...
I think that's what it is, though. We was always together.
Exactly. Exactly. Nowadays, you hang out with somebody every day. It's like, what? It's like, that's the normal thing. Like, niggas should be going outside, having fun, not just sitting in the house texting on FaceTime all day.
Hey, I think that's the fucking key right there because you can't be loyal to a nigga you really don't know. Like, you can be talking to this nigga, probably see a nigga a couple times, and y'all on the internet banging with each other, but...
Yeah, I see. I've been talking to you on Facebook for 3 years.
I'm surprised you nigga at a game, probably hooped up a couple times. You get into
a fight with a nigga at a bar, nigga. I only know this nigga on Facebook. Nigga. Honestly, please don't hit me.
You know what I mean, though?
I only know this nigga.
I don't know what this nigga just said. I don't know.
Like I didn't know y'all. What?
Hey, that's probably him though. That's probably him like a motherfucker. That's probably him like a motherfucker because we was in the streets, nigga. You can see the heart. We showed heart every day. Like you know what I mean? Like you knew,
And that's another thing too, though. I will definitely say that it's very lacking heart.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot of like.
Oh yeah, the heart of the streets is done, son.
Like
wait till that shit was replaced by fear.
Snake, little rat folks, man. Like it's just like I could see the selected few that aren't that way, and it's like thank you for being actual, because you are a part of us that is keeping it alive. But it's just too much snakes in the grass. Too many sticks in the grass.
That's just ridiculous. But look, though, right? It'll grow. You know what I mean? Because good energy begets good energy. So, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker can't tell me nothing. I know we out here because we out here.
Facts. And that's why I move in light because it's like, I just feel like the more light I spread, the more it's going to be. The more love I show, the more it's going to come back. It's just like, it's just too many folks against it right now.
So, compare and contrast. Loyalty and love. Are they one and the same? Or how do they differ to you? Because I have my friends.
This is really good because I got into a situation in 2021 that brought up specifically that like loyalty over love, blah 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 blah, and I'm like, It's hard to decipher the two in a sense a little bit sometimes because it's like I feel like to really have loyalty for someone you have to love them, but I feel like your loyalty shouldn't just reside in like what you're doing or how you're moving. Like I feel like if you're making something for a choice for yourself, it should not automatically be based off loyalty towards someone else. If you had fun out with a friend who did abuse again, the police asked for your consent to put them away, or your code for no snitching outweighs your anger to get back at your ex-friend. So, yeah, my I wouldn't see. That's the thing. I'm the type of person where my standard and my code of life would outweigh the anger, because I done been around folks that done crazy stuff, and the police cutting me. I don't know that. I don't know somehow. I don't know who that is. I don't know nothing, because I just feel like that's I'm letting one decision that I'm about to make right here ruin somebody's whole life because I'm mad about something that happened a year ago, 2 years ago. You know what I mean? It's like I would never do that. That's the part of being unloyal. Because I feel like I have loyal people whether we're cool or not. Like, it's scary. Like, it's people that I feel like I'm loyal to that I'm not cool with on a daily basis or even talk to anymore, because it's stuff that I know, stuff that I've done that I will never say, never speak of, never, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know, it's really hard. Like, I feel like once you have loyalty, true loyalty towards someone, let me be very clear. Once you have true real loyalty towards someone, I don't think it ever really goes away. No matter if y'all fall out or, you know, anything happens, I feel like you stick beside them, but from a distance, if that makes any sense.
It does. So look, right? First and foremost, I ain't never got paid for being a cop, so I'm not gonna help them niggas.
Like, you can't pay me to be a cop though.
So I mean,
that's how I feel. I can't be bought. I
don't know nothing about a code. It's a moral for me. It's
exactly.
It's a way of life for me. Not
exactly.
The streets talk. So if anything needs to be taken care of, it will be. Like, y'all go figure it out, and then we'll figure it out.
Go to the streets. Don't come to me, baby.
So yeah, and if I was having a fallout with a friend, I just won't fuck with the nigga. I don't care about none of that other shit. Like, you do that shit over there, I'm gonna do my shit over here.
Exactly.
Anytime in the future, motherfuckers should be able to do their shit again together, then we'll venture that. But I ain't a petty nigga like that when it comes to niggas I feel I actually have love for. Like, I'm not finna waste the time, because whatever you own, or whatever we was on. And especially if it's a motherfucker that I call my brother and shit. Like, just like I wouldn't want to fight my real brothers, man. These niggas that I'm in the streets here and I've made brothers. It's the same way, man. I just assume I'll fuck with you, bro, until, cooler heads prevail or whatever the fuck. But especially over some money or some bullshit like that, like, nigga, we make that any chance we can.
Every day, right? When we wake up and go to work. So
we make sure we push that shit back and forward, however that goes, so it don't be no issues like that. $20, $100, whatever the fuck we working with, my niggas is welcome to it. So if any fallouts about dough, all that shit is bullshit. Like, niggas just learn, you know what I mean? And if that's your nigga like that, and y'all having a fallout over some money, then y'all really got to question that relationship.
I was about to say, was they ever really yo nigga? Okay, so I have a question, because I just rolled something up in me, but it's not necessarily about money, but it's about like let's say like a loyalty and like a friendship or like a relationship. Like, if you have somebody that's like your friend, let's say I've been friends for like 8, 9, 10 years or whatever the case may be, and then you meet somebody and you fall in love with that person, but your friend don't like them and you choose to still be with that person, does that deem you unloyal to your friend?
No. That just means you making an executive decision, nigga. Like, you my partner, you gonna be my partner after this, nigga, the next nigga, the nigga after that.
If you are, though. If you are.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying in terms of, because, nigga, what my pussy or my dick or got to do with you anyway? Like, nigga, I'm over here with that. You ain't gotta like the nigga. You just don't hang out with that nigga. We gonna hang out on our shit.
Right, do our own. Exactly.
But it ain't got nothing to do with you like that. And if you hating on the relationship that bad, once you told me you don't like the nigga, I'd be like, all right, that's cool. I feel you. I just want to, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to keep bashing me, bitch, because it's not going to fucking right. If you're afraid, you be like, all right, my nigga. Then you call, what you doing? Oh, I'm going over here. All right, then, girl, I'll catch up with you when I can. But when you going about your business? Go find you some business. You know what I'm saying? Right. Anybody say y'all can't talk, it ain't like y'all can't keep in touch. Nigga, like all that, once you got a motherfucker back, you got a motherfucker back, man. And you got to accept that for what it is, right? Like, if it's some detrimental shit, like you found out your homeboy was a smoker or fucking tweaker or whatever, we'll try to get this nigga some help, man. Like,
exactly. I'm not going
to alienate this nigga. I'm not going to make fun of this nigga. My nigga. For real, my nigga. This ain't what we doing, nigga. This is not finna happen like this. You know what I'm saying? Because this is my nigga.
Yeah.
I'm not finna backbite, you know what I'm saying? Because, the loyalty is there.
That's how I am. Like, that's how I've genuinely always been, especially with my friends. Like, I go really, really hard for people that I love. So it's like, I don't know. Just a situation like that is very sketchy to me.
But if my homeboy was fucking with a complete slut, we'd probably clown him until he got mad and be like, man, I'm talking about my bitch like that on some real shit. And then we leave the bitch alone until, you know, they break up. Then we get back to clowning the bitch again. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it ain't gonna be no, oh, nigga, that bitch ain't good for you. I don't know why you still fuck with that bitch. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, do your shit. You know what I'm saying? Do your shit. Because I would feel that if you fucking with her, you fuck with her for a reason. That ain't necessarily love. Like you probably got on her blade or some shit. Or I don't know. See something we don't see.
But what if it is love? What if he actually done found love in a hoe and now life is great for him and now?
Hey, more power to him, man. I just hope he, make some money out of it.
Yeah, you're my father.
I'm just saying, like, I mean, don't get to acting like that is all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I don't think so. My distinction in loyalty and love, back to that, right? So with loyalty, it's chosen. Once you love a motherfucker, even if you don't fuck with him, something happened to him, you can't help him, you're gonna be hurt. Even if you ain't fucked this nigga in 4-5 years, you know what I'm saying? And you heard this nigga, was in the way, and all he had to do was reach out
to a person, yeah.
Well, yeah, this is what we're speaking of. You know what I'm saying? So that's loyalty. But that type of shit is chosen, right?
Yeah.
Love is something you can't choose. You love who, you know what I'm saying? This type of shit, especially when it comes to like female, male, or
the heart wants what the heart
like
wants.
Non-platonic relationships, even the platonic relationships, man. Like you can't choose love, right?
And I feel like that's
like
where
a different kind of energy.
I would tell you about that 8 friend.
Yeah, right.
That's where that comes in at, because it's like, bro, I really fuck with you, like you really my friend, but like
it's like a different type of energy wearing the same cloak, though. You know what I'm saying? Loyalty and love got, you know what I mean? Because it doesn't have to be an ounce of love for you to be loyal to you. I can be loyal to you because you provide for my family. I can be loyal to you because I appreciate the shit that you're doing for me at a particular time or have done for me in the past. You know what I'm saying? Like loyalty can be obtained in so many ways from whoever you're dealing with. You know what I mean? But love, not so much. Love, not so much. Like you have to spend a certain amount of time and, you know what I'm saying, effort with a person. You got to intertwine a specific amount of energy with a person and literally really love a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Be it through blood and grown up with them, you know what I'm saying, in different households, and knowing y'all cousins and y'all hanging out all the time as kids, or meeting a person that you deem to be a best friend for 10 years or even 8 years. Y'all intertwine them energies. You know what I'm saying? But to be loyal to a motherfucker, you don't have to do none of that. It just has to be situational.
I can definitely agree that. I can agree to.
Yeah, man.
That I can definitely agree to.
I had a long, hard thought about, because I used to have this saying that loyalty is love, and I had to think about that shit. Like, that's not necessarily true.
The same thing, right?
It's not the same thing. Same, like the same energy, different clothes, right? So let me ask you this: can you play? Okay, is there a certain amount of favoritism that goes past loyalty? Like, for instance. Okay, hold on.
So in the movie Boys in the Hood, when Trey asked to get out of the car when they were getting revenge, would you say that was... No, he was being safe because he knew that. For me, okay, here's my approach right here. I say no because he know what's about to pop off. Honestly, me, I'm not friend. I'm always get out the car. It's a choice. Like, y'all choosing to go through this. Y'all don't have to do this. Because if anybody that really understands the real law of life, what goes around comes around. Karma is a bitch. Everyone knows that. So it's like, you really don't gotta do nothing. When somebody do you wrong, you really don't gotta get them back, because they're gonna get got back regardless. So I feel like he was not dissuaded because he made a choice to not choose violence. So I would say no. That's my truth. I would say no.
I'm gonna say no for a totally different reason. Not everybody is a killer. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So you can't just to know that is a beautiful thing, because it stops you from making dumbass decisions that you don't need to be making.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with loyalty. The fact you was in the car in the first place proves that you was loyal, right?
Yeah.
But the fact that you ain't trying to take a nigga life don't make you disloyal at all, because not everybody is put on this earth to be killing no people.
And then not necessarily he didn't necessarily target him per se. So it's another thing. Like it got something to do with you. That's my homie, but at the same time, I don't gotta kill this nigga. Like, come on now. He ain't do nothing to my grandma. You know what I mean? It's one of those like, fuck with y'all, love y'all, but no.
Well, I mean, yeah, and just again, not everybody is a killer. Like, you know, a lot of people who will go blap a nigga out don't really be giving a damn about none of that shit. Because at the end of the day, it's an eye for an eye. You know what I'm saying? So that's how motherfuckers be moving. But if you ain't down to take that eye, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you can get him another way. You know what I'm saying? Or
and if you don't, karma will.
Your boy know, right? But your boy know. You know where you was with that shit. Like, you ain't got to justify none of that shit by killing a whole nother nigga just to prove you was loyal. Like, that's weird shit.
That's weird. And I feel like
do that shit on a personal level, like, for personal reasons, period. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like people put that on people and that sucks. Like, that's a lot of pressure to put on someone. Like, oh, you fuck with me? Go kill this nigga. What?
Right.
Huh?
But a lot of people were swept up in that bullshit back in the day, though, right? Because that was the only way, I guess, people can feel like people wouldn't tell is if you like engaged in the crime as well, right?
I feel like that's the industry in general.
Right.
I feel like that's how the industry do a lot of like initiations and stuff like that. Like, oh, you about to do this, you doing this with it, so ain't no way you gonna go put that in the tab. But ain't no way you gonna go tell nobody that you did this or that because you was in there too. You was doing it too. You did it too.
So wouldn't that be forced loyalty?
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
A lot of times you ain't gotta choose loyalty. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's something that can be chosen.
It's you can be chosen or it's forced on you. Yeah.
It's low-key malleable. It can be applied to a whole bunch of different situations.
Yep.
But yeah, like, and that's how people get initiated in a whole bunch of shit because they get forced into a certain sense of false. I guess it ain't false because anytime you will take it to a certain extreme, then you loyal to a cause. Like, then you go sit out here and get pepper sprayed.
Yeah, like okay, y'all about to say like protesters.
Then you loyal to the struggles. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Things of that nature. Yeah, that's exactly what you say. You're loyal to a situation. It's not necessarily like something in your life exactly, but the bigger picture. I'm a part of that. So yeah, I'm gonna run with that for sure.
Right, because commitment to a certain extent, becomes loyalty, I suppose.
Okay, yeah. So question:
If do you think evolved, it would be loyalty?
Eventually, but so do you think like you could still be loyal to somebody that you just don't fuck with, like you just hate them?
Depending on what we got going on. Right, so like, look, okay, so again, Wakanda forever. If I was the king of a country, and I'm warring with a king of a country, but we got this pact, man, that whatever happened between us, if this motherfucker step up, we gonna whoop his ass.
Yeah.
Then yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
I might not like the nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with them like that, but we don't fuck with them like that. You know what I'm saying?
We don't fuck with those hoes.
Right.
That's really the kind of person that I am. Like, I don't know, I've always navigated my life like that. Like, yeah, I don't fuck with you. But if we both don't fuck with that person, then shit.
We can go ahead.
My enemy is my closest friend at the end of the day. So he's not about to play with me.
But and then that only extends to a certain extent because treaties broken or treaties that never happened. It's going down.
Yeah.
But for as long as we can rest with that, then you got that extent of loyalty. Then you got that, you know what I'm saying? You got that. But other than that, I don't. It would have to be a business situation. I hate your company, you hate my company. Or I hate your team, you hate my team. But we can go buy a team and do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it have to be some shit like that. But not just no. You know what I mean? He used to be my homie, used to be my ace type shit, and then he actually did some heinous bullshit. Then it's like, nigga, all bets is off. You on some shit, I'm on some shit. So fuck you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely. So still low key situational though. You know what I mean? Okay, so yeah, right. In the whole forced loyalty thing, I think that so people play those games with each other. You know, people play those games with each other in terms of they'll put you in comfortable situations and then put you in uncomfortable situations just to see how you react, right? Like,
Yeah.
for instance, in to a way lesser extent, but for instance, you can be in a situation where you got a homeboy and y'all always chilling and it's cool and shit, and it's like boom, yeah, and then fool introduce you to some coke and shit, and you'll be like, yeah, that's cool, boom, so he fuck around with you, right? And you're like, yeah, this nigga never fuck around and rap me out. This nigga don't know about, but then he'll be around your cousins and be like, hey, man, that time you snorted that line, and you know,
it's like
yo, whole shit busted open, right? Right. So people will kind of like put you in fucking weird ass situations and put you in sort of a forced loyalty, like, well, as long as I'm doing it or he doing it, then it's cool. You know
right, like nigga, don't try to put it like I was just doing it, nigga. You the one that pulled it out. Like, what you mean?
Right, but then I'm put front of motherfucker off to see what you say. Yeah. Like if you go eat that shit, then yeah, I could pretty much, you know what I'm saying? Or if you like, nigga, you did the shit first. I don't know what the fuck.
Right.
You wouldn't take that bullet for a nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like those type, like people play those types of games with motherfuckers, man. And I think that puts a fucking cloud, or like it clouds the waters of what real loyalty is, because you can't keep playing with niggas like that, right?
Yeah.
And for niggas who play with motherfucking emotions like that off the bat, will end up getting knocked down anyway. The motherfuckers, motherfuckers gonna get tired of extending themselves and being the niggas that they really are. You know what I'm saying? And niggas keep playing with their emotions.
I feel like that's what has happened a lot in our society, for real too. A lot of people have this idealization of being one person when they first meet somebody, and then shedding those layers and then actually being the person they really is. So it's like you get accustomed to this person and make judgments off of like, oh, they like this or they're like that, they're like this, and then you actually spend a few months spent speaking to them and getting to know them, and it's like, when I knew you for 2 months, nigga, this is not the same person that I knew for like. It's like that's why I don't like prejudge people. Or I don't really put a stamp like, is she weird? But let me see what she really about for a little while, because this might not really be her, because that's what people do because of situations like you just said. Right. Like people be playing with their minds, so I'm not even gonna give you my real mental. I'm gonna play with you for a little minute, make you think I'm a little dingy person. Whole time I'm a mastermind. Right. Because you trying to play in my head. You trying to see if I'm be loyal to you. No, let me show you something. Let me flip it on you right quick. Are you loyal to me? Right. What are you talking about?
So in relationships, right? After the trust is broken, can you still be loyal to a person?
After the trust is broken, can you be loyal to a person? I can say yes, but like you said, it's situational. Like if you married to somebody and like y'all rich or something, some scandal shit go down, you gotta stand by your person. You gotta be loyal to a person. You gotta put your anger to the side, because at the end of the day, that's that empire that y'all built. You know what I mean? Like together. Whereas like if y'all just dating and somebody do something, it's like I feel like people don't automatically like discard and take loyalty away, but it's definitely like a very thin sheet of ice of loyalty there. Like, nigga, I'm C. I'm gonna extend this to you and C. Because like I don't know, like I've been loyal to somebody that did me dirty and shit. So it's like I'm one of the people like, if you show me that you don't have that in you towards me, or we don't have that in towards each other, because it's a reciprocating thing for real when you really think about it. If it's not reciprocated, then I don't think it's something that can withstand after trust. Like right. if it's like, damn, you fucked me over, but this is first time. We have been through other stuff and we worked it out and we've been very transparent. That's how it's situational.
It's like one of those things, like trust, loyalty, and love. You playing Ring Around Roses and shit.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah, they like right. Because it's like, no.
Because I don't okay, so trust is kind of crazy with me. So I don't know if I can be completely loyal to him. I mean, I guess it is situational, because not really, but yeah, it is. Because if it's shit that I have to do for the sanctity of myself that just will have to involve you,
You have to do it. Like,
you know what I mean? Right. So, yeah, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
because
But I
your
mean,
loyalty to that
I would completely,
situation.
yeah, I would completely deal with you a different way though. So I wouldn't really have to worry about being loyal to you. Like I don't even want to fuck with you.
Yeah.
So like, because you can't. Okay, so a lot of reason why being loyal to a motherfucker who is like low key controlling the situation you in is you can trust that as long as you're doing what you're doing, they gonna do what they doing.
Right.
You
But
see
what
what I'm
if it
saying?
turns out to be like a person that's as long as you're doing what they doing, and then you try to switch up and do what you want to do, then it's a problem. How would you navigate that sense of loyalty? Like, dang nigga, I done, you know what I'm saying, rock you, I done, you know what I mean? And then as soon as I wanna, you know what I'm saying, whoopty woo, you switching up, you changing, like how would you navigate that situation in the sense of being loyal? Like,
That's different. That's just overall just hating.
yeah.
Okay, it's because so if we started off a dance troupe, me and you, bam, we get it in, boom, and then somebody came to you and was like, man, you beautiful. I want you to come do this magazine shoot, and then you take off, boom, right? I'm not finna sit here and be like, fuck your little photo shoot. We supposed to be over here dancing. I'm gonna be like, damn, girl, you get your photo shoot. That's crazy how that shit happened. Right? Woo, woo, woo. You see what I'm saying? So if they ain't loyal to you if they hating on you anyway. Because any
Right.
chance they get to get whatever they got to get from you, or use you for whatever they can get from you, that's what they gonna do. Because apparently that's what they after. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause if they can't get what they want from you, then what fuck what you got going on? It's an issue.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And so yeah, nah. You know what I mean? That's different. That's different. Now, if the same situation happened and you popped off and um I was like, so yeah, man, why don't you put me on or whatever? And he was like, I'll see what I can do. And then I continue to still put you on and continue to still blast you, continue to be happy for you no matter what happened. And
And
that's
nothing is
loyalty,
changing for
man.
you.
Right.
Yeah.
That's loyalty because and not only that though, I would think that in supporting the people who you fuck with, then good shit happen to you anyway, right? Even if it
Definitely.
don't come directly from them people, like it just radiating that energy will
Definitely
automatically
bring you
attract
what you put
something.
out, you definitely get back.
Right.
I've done like personal trials on that. Like, what you put out is what you give in thing. Like, I've been pretty nasty to folks and got pretty nasty responses, and been like an angel to folks and been blessed in the most craziest ways.
That's what I'm saying. When you're able to choose the people you're loyal to, man, whenever you choose to be the people that you really, when you are able to choose the people that you really befriend, and the choices are right,
Yeah.
it's the dopest shit ever.
But how do you know if the choices are right? What are like we're 3 times. Jesus Christ, I can't talk. 3 signs or things that indicate that in a person for you that you can like see like that they're actually a loyal person.
And that is the craziest question in the world because I don't think it can be quantified like that. I don't think you can just chip off 3 pieces of, well, this nigga can run as fast as I can run. Then, I know we can get away from the police, so he might be loyal. Like, I mean, how would you do that? Like,
Okay.
I guess it's more of a, I don't know what that is, bro. Like, I don't know how to identify. I don't know how to be like, well, yeah, man, the best way to be loyal is to, never snitch on your friends. Or what if you're never put in a situation to snitch on your friends?
So how do you know if that person is
right? Or whenever they call you, you got to just come and drop everything. What if they never need you for shit? Like, so how does that happen? You know what I'm saying? I really don't know. Different actions, man. Like I said, I guess life will show you. And then all the time that it's not being shown to you while your friends, the energy that you guys bounce back and forth kind of like give you a sense of, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It could be kind of cool type of shit. You know what I mean? Because, if you could teach that type of shit, I'm pretty sure a lot more people would know it because they would learn it. I think it's more about the life.
I feel like you can teach it though. I feel like it's something that you can definitely install in your kids and in their lives and just in their people skills to understand, like, not what to look out for, but to really just I guess, study a person and how they treat you and carry you and value you and whatever y'all got going on.
In that fact, all you're doing is teaching them how to pay attention. I mean, you can't. You
I
know
mean,
what I'm saying?
but isn't that like literally like 99.9% of that, anyways?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's not a teachable thing. It's something that they're gonna do regardless, as long as they don't have like ADD, or you know what I'm saying. As long as they don't have anything stopping them from paying attention to the things around them, outside of, you know, as long as they were taught to keep their head on the swivel, you know what I'm saying, you know, watch what these people do, listen to what these people do, you know what I'm saying. If you know it don't feel right, it ain't right, type of shit.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
you can't do much more than that. You know what I mean? And I just hope you pay attention to the relationships you have with the friends that you have.
Unfortunately, for Shanquilla, that was a downfall. You know what I'm saying? Putting her trust in somebody that she thought she could be around, a slew of people that she thought she could be around, and not paying attention to, you know, everything. Because I'm pretty sure there were signs, you know, before the trip. I know for a fact there were signs before the trip, because
that shit just
that's how people are. People reveal themselves. You know what I mean? And sometimes it be the smallest stuff. It could even be just one comment that she made. You know what I mean? It could have been one hater response to something that she said or showed, or you know what I'm saying, presented to them, and she just blew it off and didn't think anything of it. And unfortunately, that little sliver of hater led to so much more.
A hater is a hater from the gate. Like, you don't want to just run into hating. Don't just walk into hate and they jump into that shit. It's something that they've been doing for whatever reason.
I can definitely tell you the reason is lack of perfect self-expression. It's like you don't have no real self-expression. You don't know what you putting out for real. So you hating on what everybody else putting out, because shit, I'm trying to see how I can break that down and take something out of it.
Like, definite jealousy for sure. You know what I'm saying? Definite jealousy for sure. And I believe that type of shit, you know, when you don't bring nothing to the table or can't bring anything to the table, then that's where that shit starts at. You can't get over everybody all the time. So when you aren't genuine, then that shit shines through, right?
It's very hard though.
Like you were saying, I'm pretty sure there were signs too, especially with. But then, you know, can't really say that. Ain't no telling how much interaction she had with those folks before the trip, because as far as I know, she was connected to the dude and the dude was connected to them.
Right. So that was his people.
Yeah, because they were showing in certain different publications, they showed the graduation photos when they graduated that year. She wasn't in none of their graduation photos. Like, she was his friend.
Right.
I don't know.
So the loyalty thing wasn't necessarily with the folks that everything happened with. It was with that guy. And I feel like, again, I say, somewhere in that friendship, he presented that to her and she still waved it over. Because that's another thing too that I noticed in our people. We discard and wave stuff off like, oh, huh. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you crazy.
Right, like they don't believe you when they tell you.
When it's really deeper than that. You know what I mean? Like, it's a real rooted hate or jealousy or envy towards you. And you waving it off. You thinking it's a joke. You thinking like, I really be taking that so serious. Like, if I call you my friend and you always got something bad to say or something, no, I don't have to.
Right. Always something out the side of your face. Yeah, always
like
some backbiting hatery shit, even if it ain't like hella hatery, but still
but it's still hatery. Something. Nah, I be on to that. I be paying attention to all that, because that's the folks that will smile in your face, and then the literal moment y'all get off the phone, they call somebody else like, girl, guess what I just talked to, and you know what I mean? And I feel like
attention. You can spot them motherfuckers easy. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll give it to you like that. You know what I mean?
And calling your phone, talk about somebody else.
Right.
So
but then to people they're talking to, I wonder how they feel about the people. Like, bitch, nobody ask you for all this. Why you on my phone? You know what I'm saying?
Like, I asked how was your day, nigga. I didn't ask about the girl over there.
Sheesh, right?
Loyalty.
Right? But I mean, we got to get back to the true aspects of it. Like, I mean, in any of its various forms, no matter what cloak it may wear, don't shit on it. Respect it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because, you know, The
it
more
definitely should
loyalty,
be
the better.
valued for sure.
A bad thing, right? Exactly. Should definitely be valued. And if you could give it to them or take it from them, do that. We are about 10 seconds away from an episode.
We're getting better and better every week. I swear. We started off in like 1 hour and 20 minutes. Now we literally are like on it. Like we're getting better and better. I love it.
Consistency. You know what I'm saying? We
I
in
love
it. Thank you guys for joining us for another episode of War to Discuss. Do all of the social media things. Like, share, sub, and wait.
I have good news, guys.
Oh, we have good news.
You have to go to my Instagram at @the.Tojo and click that link in my bio. I have signed up to be in Playboy's next. I want to be one of their models, so I was accepted into the contest. So I got to go click that link and, you know what I'm saying, vote for your girl, because I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, be on somebody magazine cover or something. You know what I'm saying?
Go to the what's the link again? Drop the link again. I wish we had this before.
It's on my. I just literally woke up when you called me.
Yeah.
And it was on my phone. So I'm like, oh, I put it in my bio. So yeah, you guys will click that link in my bio. My Instagram is the.Tojo. You know what I'm saying? Follow me. I follow that. And yeah, vote for your girl, man. I'm excited.
Yeah. Now, I'm not finna go looking at no pictures.
It's literally not even like that.
I was gonna slide all the way through to the voting portion and drop my vote one time. That's dope though. You know what I'm saying? I hope that should run. I think that's gonna be fucking crazy.
Really excited. I'm so excited that I got accepted. Because being, plus size in the model industry is very, very hard. So just getting accepted is like it's like a hell yeah. Just being seen is like hell yeah.
So now you gotta like, share, subscribe, and go hit that goddamn link.
Bust that link up.
You know what I'm saying? Before we have to unleash the piranhas on y'all.
Hey, and they in the pond, so don't play. Okay?
We're channel, man. We here every Wednesday. It's what we do. Thank you for joining us. Like, share, subscribe, do all the cool stuff you're supposed to do to help us out, man. Thank you all. Peace.
Deuce. That's even worse.
Grab my shit, put it back over me, and tucked into it like a burrito roll myself.
Yeah, that's me for sure. Like you ain't go get it this time.
Bitch, you want to take it this time, right?
You got to pull hard. Yeah.